Alright, so I've mixed over 36 tracks this year, and I'm going to be kind of recapping and giving you some tips and tricks on what I think works and what I think won't work in 2024. Stick around for that. Let's hop straight into it. Alrighty, and what is up, everybody? It is your boy Farai. Thank you once again for tuning in to another video. As always, check out all of the links in the description. Links towards our vocal recording course, vocal mixing course, and vocal enhancer, all for FL Studio. We have templates for Pro Tools. We can also make customs for Logic. I also do one-on-one Zoom consultations. So if you're interested in that, check that out. We are also doing mixing and mastering services. Check everything out in the description below. Let's hop straight into the video. Alright, so point number one, that is going to be to not overcomplicate things. Okay, I swear to you, the artists that are putting material out there week after week, getting those comments, getting those likes, are the ones who are having the most fun doing it. Okay, they're not spending time, over EQing their vocals and thinking about this and that, right? They're simply pulling up a beat, recording. If it doesn't work, they're on to the next one. Okay, the more you can get used to creating music, the more likely you are going to get more interaction online. Okay, if there's actual content for people to consume, that means you're going to be able to get more out there. Okay, now my ways to lessen your complicated workflow would be simply to simplify the process. Okay, if you are recording, figure out a template method, as you can see right here in front of me. This is personally how I like to record, but when I'm recording, I don't have any of these plugins on, right? Okay, I just have my mic input, I add my beat into my template, and then I start recording. Okay, everything is already there for me because I know I'm gonna have a main vocal, I'm gonna have an ad-lib, I'm gonna have a doubler, sometimes a BG. It's all there ready to record. Okay, I want to be able to get my ideas out the fastest. As soon as I find that beat, boom, I'm recording. And then obviously what you want to then do is actually focus on finishing your music. Okay, again, if you're creating half songs, it's okay if you like your workflow to be, I'll do the hook now on this track, let me go record the verse for that track. That's fine because you're making progress on two different projects. But if you are just doing 10 songs and you only have little bits of each of those 10 songs, that's a huge problem. Okay, no one is going to listen to a half finished song. Okay, even if you have to make your songs 1 minute 50, if they're really good, then that's fine. Okay, as long as you are finishing your music. So really set a goal to make sure that you are finishing your tracks. The last kind of bullet point of this main topic that we're talking about is to not get stuck with the rough mix sickness. Okay, this is a very common issue that I see with many artists who are recording themselves at home, is that you record a little section of a track, right? And then what happens is you start EQing and EQing, and even if you are able to finish the track, you find that you have listened to the song so many times that you've actually gotten bored of the song, and so you start thinking, oh, I need to make the song more entertaining, let me add more reverb, let me add more, I think it needs more top end, I think it needs more compression, right? You are stunting your own growth because you're spending too much time hyperfixating on all these things that you could simply hand off to a mixer or simply mix tomorrow. Okay, you really need to get into the mindset of creating a factory workflow, okay, which is to focus on getting those beats, focus on getting those recordings done, focusing on then getting that mix and master done. Okay, if you can really separate those processes, I swear to you, you're gonna get more done. All right, now the next main point that I want to stress is that I find that many artists are not focusing on what I call hookability. Okay, the hookability of a record. Okay, it is so important that you figure out the best way for you possible how to get that hook ability into your record. Okay, now for many artists that is simply recording the hook first. All right, for many other artists it is finding a topic, okay, that they can focus on. So for example, if you want to make a song about love, then you want to really make sure that that hook or that first verse or whatever it is really kind of encapsulates the essence of the track. Another way that you could do this is to find a topic that you want to write about. So for example, if you're feeling angry today, then you want to go find a rage style beat or whatever sounds dark, trap and whatnot. Think of what it is that you want to write about and then find a beat that matches that tone, and boom, right, you're putting those two kind of energies together and then you're getting a really great end result. Now the last bullet point of this is to really get your song structure down. Okay, now a song cannot be hookable if it is not structured appropriately. Okay, if you have 1 minute intros, people are gone in the first 10 seconds. All right, if there are no vocals for those first 10 seconds or there's no catchy melody or whatever, they're gone, right? So you want to make sure that your songs are straight to the point, especially in this era of streaming. You definitely want to make sure that you're catching your listeners' ears early in. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to rush through your music, but it does mean that you need to really focus on a formula that works for you. All right, if you're somebody who wants radio ready hits, then you want to really focus on that kind of 3-hook or 2-hook 2-verse song structure, short intro, boom, you know what I mean, you're getting your track listened to. You don't want to be having these 1-minute long intros. You know, this is often a problem I find with a lot of YouTube producers, is they're not really thinking about the artist when they are arranging their music. Okay, this is really stunting your beat sales as well. If you are a producer, you know, you really want to make sure that the artist can really jump in on that song. All right, now this next bullet point is for the more established artist. If you're starting to make a little bit of money in the industry, then it is important that you focus on really building your team. Now, what does it mean to really focus on building your team? It is that you are lessening your workload. Okay, all too often I see artists acting as their own recordist, beat maker, right, mixing engineer, mastering engineer, manager, right? That's all cool and it is possible in today's world, but if you're finding that you're simply just not producing enough music per month, then I think it is time to really focus on getting that extra bit of help. Right now, for many artists, that is simply offloading their mixing duties, right? For some artists, that's you know, getting that second opinion, right? Maybe they get a beat maker friend who helps them and they bounce ideas off each other. Anything that helps you gain new perspective and lessen workload is an A+, especially once you really start getting your music popping. Okay, obviously if you're still learning the ropes, it is in my opinion important to, you know, feel like, you know, to feel each bit of the process. So, you know, what's it like mastering, what's it like mixing, what's it like rapping, right? It is important to do that because, you know, down the line that may open doors for you. You know, you may find that, hey man, I don't want to rap anymore, I want to mix. Cool, I know how to mix it a little bit, right? That's all cool. But if you really know that you want to rap and you want to get your music really out there, then it is important to really hone in on the things that you are good at. And if it's rapping and recording yourself, focus on that. Get a mixing engineer who's going to clean everything up afterwards, right? As long as you're getting those ideas down, boom, you're going to be doing much better, all right? Now, my final tip is to promote, all right? If you have the most fire music but no one knows about it, then, you know what I mean, you're just going to wither away with the constant never-ending releases that are happening right now. It is so difficult these days to focus on one particular artist as a listener because there's just so much coming out. I mean, I go on Tidal, Spotify, whatever, and you click on the newest releases and they're like 100 songs. You know what I mean? So how is it that I'm going to find your song, all right? Now, my best approach for this for indie artists is to really just focus on getting the people that want to listen to your music closer in and slowly building upon that. Okay, it is so important that when you release a new track, you are promoting to the right place. You'll always know where you get the most engagement. For some people, that's going to be on YouTube. For example, if you're a type beat producer, right, boom, you're finding that you're getting all these comments. Then you want to focus on releasing on YouTube. You want to make sure that you are DMing people, you know what I mean? Let's do collabs, let me, you know, rap on my beats or whatever it is. If you're a rapper, you know, you're finding Instagram people are like, whoa, the song is fire, I've never heard it before, right? Then do Instagram promo, you know what I mean? Start doing advertising that way. But really make sure that once you've released something, you are then pushing it. So for example, again, I'll always look at Wiz Khalifa as a kind of, you know, the middle age of hip-hop, you know, which is like what, 2010, 2009 to 2015, 16. He was an absolute wizard at advertising. For those who don't know about Wiz, he actually just started off as an everyday guy, and he started doing these vlogs, right, where he would promote his newest music in the vlogs. So he would have these vlogs with cool imagery. They were just walking around wherever, he would play his music, you know what I mean? And that's how he built the Taylor Gang following. Okay, so think of ways that work for you, that doesn't hinder the way that you know what I mean, like to work. So for example, if you don't like being in front of camera, figure out a way that you can still interact with people that, you know, can allow them to come close and listen in and really start to vibe with your music, all right? But yeah, I think that's enough for today's video. You know what I mean? Hopefully you learned something. As always, definitely make sure to smash that like button and subscribe so I feel motivated again to upload. You know what I mean? Uploading these days, man, I'm just so busy, you know, but I really want to still create content for you guys. So, you know what I mean? I'll check out in the next one. Comment below, you know, what has worked for you, what doesn't work for you, and yeah, man, I'll check you out on the other side. Peace out.